Welcome to Griffin's Gaming Guides. In this video I'm going to show you where you can acquire a contender for one of the most difficult long guns to acquire in the game, the Pulse Rifle. Now the Pulse Rifle is acquirable on N'Erud, however to get your hands on it you need to make sure that either on campaign or adventure mode, with adventure mode being the easier option of course, you need to have two randomly appearing biomes appear in the same run. Now the two biomes that you need are Terminus Station as well as the Dormant N'Erudian Facility. Now these can appear anywhere. As it's a procedurally generated game, there's no guarantee that you're going to get one and you might not get the other, you might not get either of them, or hopefully if you're lucky enough you're going to find both of them. It took me 38 runs through adventure mode on N'Erud until I finally got Terminus Station as well as the Dormant N'Erudian Facility, so you can appreciate how long it's taken to put this guide together, but it's what we need to do. Now the reason that you need both biomes is you need to get something called a Decorum Cipher, which is obtainable in Terminus Station, as well as a Memory Core 2, which is obtainable in the Dormant N'Erudian Facility. Now we'll start off with Terminus Station. So what you need to do basically is follow the walkways around, go down in the elevator and then board the train, where the conductor will task you with killing every single mech on the train. That comes to life. There's a lot more kind of stagnant mechs that don't come to life thankfully. However, you are still going to have a literal army of mechs and a very powerful special at the end to take down in around 5 to 6 minutes. So you need to make sure you get the job done. From there you can then go through to the mini checkpoint, look back towards the train was, and then take a left, ducking under the cables through a secret path, go up the ladder, jump onto the top of the train, drop down into the engine cab, where you can then collect the Decorum Cipher from the energy console. Now with the Decorum Cipher acquired, you then, like I say, need to go off and find the Dormant N'Erudian Facility, which can be a bit of a challenge. You need to go through the entire facility in a time limit, taking down every single bug, including the specials and the little baby ones. Now you need to ensure you do this before the time runs out, or the facility will kill every living thing in the Dormant N'Erudian Facility, including yourself. Now it's a lot easier than taking down all of the mechs on the Terminus Station biome. Just go through, make sure that you take out every single bug and parasite that you come across, as if your time is running out and you're trying to find one little baby one that's hiding in a corner, it can be a little bit of a pain. So just take them all out as you go. Take down the specials as well, where you should be able to get it done within the time limit, providing your gear is properly maxed out. Now with the cooldown ended, you can then go to the very back section of the Dormant N'Erudian Facility. You're going to see a set of railings. One of them will be missing, which allows you to drop down onto a lower level, follow the linear path around, where you're then going to be able to collect the Biome-Control Glyph. You can then take the Biome-Control Glyph back to the locked door right by the checkpoint at the very start of the biome. Use it on the door, which will then allow you to go through and collect the Memory Core 2. Now that we've got the Memory Core 2 and the Decorum Cipher, we then need to go off to the Ascension Spire, which will be somewhere in an open area on N'Erud. It always spawns in, as it's where you can find the Custodian. Once you've found the Custodian, simply duck down to the left, drop down onto the lower section where you're going to be able to find the Drasir Replicator. Just to the right of the Drasir Replicator will be an elevator you can take down. Place the Decorum Cipher on the left module on the console and the Memory Core 2 on the right module. I'm not too sure if that matters, but that's how I did it, and obviously I wouldn't want you to make a mistake and then have to redo everything. So Decorum Cipher on the left, Memory Core 2 on the right. The force fields will then be removed. You can go through and collect the pulse rifle. Now, given the amount of work that we've had to do in order to be able to collect the pulse rifle long gun on the road, we've had to go through 2 time sections, take out armies of parasites, bugs and mechs, as well as a few specials along the way, getting your anxiety up with the timer. This thing it's a bit crap, to be honest. It's not the best weapon. It's essentially an assault rifle that fires an energy beam. There's no baked in ability though. Now, if any of you guys have seen any of my previous guys that we've put up for Remnant 2, of which there are quite a few, essentially, if it hasn't got a baked-in ability, I'm not a big fan of the gun. And this thing, considering the amount of work, I expect this thing to be absolutely splitting the planet. Unfortunately, though, it barely leaves a dent. It's got a decent magazine and it does a bit of damage, but whoop-de-doo. I've just gone through and spent hours and hours and hours trying to make sure that I can put a guide together, taken down armies of enemies, and all I get is bzz, bzz, bzz. You know, it's not worth the effort. If you want to go off and get every single weapon in the game, or if you're making your own guides, that's how you can get it done. Give me a shout out in your video. Fantastic. That'll do me. But other than that, this thing, it's not worth the effort. Yes, it looks nice, but who cares? When you've got an army of enemies coming towards you, you're not going to sit at your gun and go, oh, that looks really nice, that. What you want is something that can just annihilate things in front of you. Given the amount of effort you need to go to get the pulse rifle, the reward that you get, it's just not worth the time and effort. But anyway, let's all look at where you can acquire the pulse rifle long gun on N'Erudian in Remnant 2. Whether or not you use it is of course your choice, as is whether or not you feel like subscribing to Griffin's Gaming Guides, which, considering the amount of time and effort it's taken to put this bloody guide together, I would very much appreciate. But of course, whichever you decide to do, please take care of yourselves out there, enjoy the rest of your day, and I do look forward to seeing you back here at Griffin's Gaming Guides, where hopefully it won't take us about a week to get one gun that I don't even like.